Hi, I'm Christopher John Farley, a senior editor at the Wall Street Journal. I'm here with Jim Carter, one of the stars of Downton Abbey, and also with Phyllis Logan, another one of the stars of Downton Abbey.
This is very exciting, isn't it?
It is exciting because Downton Abbey, of course, is wrapping up its final season, its sixth season. You play the head butler on the show, Mr. Carson.
We must run this place as it should be run.
And you, of course, play the head housekeeper on the show, Mrs. Hughes.
The only housekeeper.
I should let the young ones console each other.
I just want to be his friend, Mrs. Hughes.
Paint a picture for me of that final day on the set and what that was like for you.
Oh, it was quite emotional. Mr. Carter here was being very gung-ho about it all, saying, well, it's just our last day. We've done these on various jobs throughout our careers. What's the big deal, you know? Whereas the girlies, the more sensitive girlies on the team, like Mrs. Patmore, the cook, or Daisy, the kitchen maid, and Mrs. Bates, Anna Bates, we were all saying it's going to be quite emotional on the last day, and he was just tish, pish, tush.
Very matter of fact.
Very matter of fact. However, when it came to that last day, it was quite emotional. There were several of us all finishing at the one time, and Jim very kindly decided to speak on all our behalves to thank the crew, basically, for being so marvellous.
The crew worked, harder than the actors, and I thought it was only right that we should acknowledge, their hard work. So I just said, thanks, guys. You've all been part of our family for the last
6 years.
And I couldn't speak. I choked up completely, which took me completely by surprise. I turned around, half the guys on the crew were in floods of tears and hugging each other.
I know, big burly chaps, absolutely streaming tears.
Tremendously more emotional than I thought, saying goodbye to the team, really, because it's been a team effort for 6 years.
You told the story before, but how did you first get the job?
Like every job, through your agent, will you go in and meet them for this? They sent 3 episodes to read, and I thought, this looks quite nice. And there's a nice strain of humour through it, which is attractive. And there was one line as of a description in the stage directions. Carson enters in his magnificence. And I thought, I can give magnificence, I can do that.
This is Downton Abbey. Carson the butler speaking.
No, I don't want to place a call. I was practicing my answer.
And Phyllis, you're from Scotland,
yes.
And you actually changed the character to sort of fit you when you first got it, right?
Well, I suppose, like Jim, I went along to the interview and met Liz, the producer, and Brian, the director, and had polished up my rather ludicrous Yorkshire accent. Brian had said, well, why don't you try it in your own accent? Anyway, fortunately, I did.
You don't think maybe you should start calling me Elsie?
Not here, not while we're working.
But it's no secret that Mrs. Hughes and, of course, Mr. Carson have this romance going on. And in this new season, without giving anything away, there's talk of sex in a very interesting episode. When you first took on these characters, did you ever think it would come to that?
We drew very, 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 very slowly together. We held hands at the end of Series 4, proposed at the end of Series 5, and as we launch into Series 6, there's the delicate negotiations about what is going to happen when we go up those stairs to bed. And it's done... It's done
with a great deal of humour, but very touchingly, isn't it?
Yeah.
To again, not give too much away, obviously it's a conversation that Mrs. Hughes feels she couldn't personally have with Mr. Carson, but she's engaged the help of Mrs. Patmore, the cook.
She's her emissary, isn't she?
She's my go-between.
Now, is it really over, or is there already talk that behind the scenes about maybe doing a movie or a reunion? Do you see that happening at some point?
I don't know if it will happen, but there's certainly, it's not been, completely dispensed with the idea that there might be a movie, so who knows? I mean, it wouldn't be immediately.
There's talk of it, but that's all at the moment. I think the will is there, but it's up to Julian Fellers, of course, to write a script first, because that's where it all starts from.
Jim Carter, Phyllis Logan, stars of Downton Abbey, thanks a lot for coming to the Wall Street Journal.
Thank you very much.